I'm Brian Sears, and this is your North Avenue Nation and WICR Express news for Tuesday, April 17th, 2012. An Iona College alum died heroically while in the line of duty fighting a warehouse fire in Brooklyn. The Daily News reports that Lieutenant Richard Nappy of the FDNY suffered a heart attack while battling the blaze. Nappy, who is a 17-year veteran of the New York City Fire Department and a 9/11 hero, leaves behind his wife Marianne and his 2 children.
Rich was a great guy. I was a freshman running back on the team. He was an offensive tackle. The thing I remember about Rich was he'd practice all day and then he'd work at a restaurant at night. He was a hard worker, a nice guy. He was fair to the freshmen. And you know what? It doesn't come as a surprise that he died a hero. He was a good guy, and I remember him. And as a young kid, you remember these kind of guys when you go to school. You look to the seniors to guide you, and that's what Rich did. So again, it doesn't surprise me he died a hero.
Reuters News reports that Republicans in the Senate voted to block legislation that would put a 30% tax on millionaires. Named after the famous billionaire, the Buffett rule would have created a tax hike for any household earning over $1 million annually, which Senate Republicans claim would create a further divide between economic classes and would hurt economic growth and small business. In a poll conducted by CNN, 72% of those asked said that they would support such a tax increase on the wealthier portion of the population. After 30 years, the Space Shuttle Discovery is going to be retired to the National Air and Space Museum at Dulles International Airport in Virginia. The shuttle was part of 39 missions and will be taking the place of the Enterprise prototype, which will be moved to the Intrepid Air and Space Museum in New York City. Approximately 150 schoolgirls have been poisoned in Afghanistan in a high school in the northern region of the nation. There were no deaths, but several students were placed into critical care in the Takhar province, where it is believed that the conservative radicals sympathetic to the Taliban put poison in the school's drinking water. Up until 2001, women were not allowed to attend school or be educated due to the oppressive laws put in place by the Taliban regime. Don't forget to check us out online at NorthAvenueNation.com. I'm Brian Sears, and that's the news from North Avenue.